Welcome to today's webinar. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the webinar for the University of London's Master of Science in Cybersecurity program with Coursera. My name is Ankit, and I'm an enrollment counselor here at Coursera. Joining me today is Matthew, my fellow enrollment counselor, who will be answering your questions in the Q&A box, and we'll have Alexis from Coursera Marketing helping behind the scenes. In this session, we'll be learning more about the program, starting with a little introduction to the university you will be studying with, and then we'll move on to a video introduction to the program and its endless possibilities, and then on to short overview, admission requirements, application process, and tuition fees. And I'll also help you understand the relevance of this program that can help you enhance your career altogether. Finally, we shall end off today's webinar with a live Q&A session. In the meantime, please drop your questions in the Q&A box below as we go along. Matt will be answering these questions during the session, and as we end, I'll go through the remaining questions for you. So let's get started without holding you back any longer, and let's look at the university. Now, so the first thing that pops up in our heads while we select a degree program is just not about the academics or the subjects that we study in the program, but it is also a lot about the university that offers the program. So let's move on to the next slide and get that question quickly answered. So the University of London was founded in 1836 and is one of the oldest and most prestigious universities in the UK. There are over 50,000 students from more than 180 countries studying 100 plus degrees, diplomas, and certificates. The program is led by academics at Royal Holloway, one of the 17 independent federation members of University of London. Royal Holloway is ranked in the top 30 universities in the UK and the top 350 universities in the world for world-class research. If you're looking forward to work for an international company or crave the opportunity to be mobile during your career, this will be an invaluable learning experience for you. You will walk away with an internationally recognized qualification and a global mindset as a result of studying across borders with colleagues from around the world. For the cybersecurity master's degree, there are 2 cohorts every year, starting in April and October, and the next start date is October this year. Now let's move on to a short video to introduce you to the program. Amazing. Hopefully, the video gave you an insight as to what you can expect from the program. Now it's time to look at the program overview and gain some insight onto what to expect from the program in itself academically. So let's move on to the next slide and look at the same. Let's look at what this program has to offer us. First of all, it's new but a very relevant program. This course consists of 10 core modules covering a wide range of critical topics from the field of cybersecurity. Each module is intricately designed, addressing diverse areas that are crucial in the cybersecurity landscape. But we understand the importance of practical application. This program also includes one project module, where you'll have the chance to apply your theoretical knowledge, tackle practical problems, thereby coming face to face with real world cybersecurity challenges. In the era of digitalization, our program ensures convenience at its peak. It's a 100% online program, making it accessible to anyone with an internet connection, no matter where in the world you are located at. The comfort and utility of your home or your favorite hangout spot can now be transformed into your own personal classroom. Recognizing the constraint of individual schedules, our program is self-paced and incredibly flexible. Whether you're a full-time professional, a fresh graduate, or even a curious retiree, this course caters to your timetabling needs. Being student friendly, the course requires just 12 to 15 hours of study a week. This enables you to enrich your knowledge and skills without disrupting your regular duties or leisure time. You can learn at your own pace and mold the course into your routine rather than the other way around. In conclusion, the brand new course brings a unique blend of core and project-based learning, is completely online and flexible, making it the ideal choice for anyone keen to delve into the world of cybersecurity. Matt will now share a link for you to check for more details about the program. Now, let's move on to the next slide. Let's highlight the 5 key features that define the unique value of our program. First, the program will bring you closer to real world experience. Our degree offers a hands on experience with case studies in critical fields such as security management, cybercrime, and information privacy, providing you with valuable industry insights. The program also allows you to stay updated in the rapidly evolving field of cybersecurity. Secondly, you will have guidance from experts. You will learn from highly influential academics and professionals in cybersecurity field, absorbing cutting-edge knowledge and techniques from the industry's leaders. Third point, the program is actually designed for career progression. So it's suitable for career-focused individuals. It offers practical experience through simulated scenarios, linking theoretical cybersecurity knowledge for real-world applications. Next, you will also have access to flexible learning. Our online degree offers the convenience of studying at your own pace, turning any location into your own classroom with the benefits of digital learning, making it a convenient option for both career switchers and working professionals. And lastly, the mark of excellence. Earning a degree from the University of London with its 160 years legacy of teaching and innovation signifies an internationally recognized mark of excellence. Now let's look at the next slide. Since the program since the program is going to be delivered through Coursera's platform, in order to help you better understand how the learning process works on the Coursera platform, let me walk you through a sample course from the University of London. The program is designed to fit learners' personal schedules, allowing them to study online at their own pace and vary their course load every term. Learners can access their courses from anywhere by downloading them to their mobile device and study offline whenever or wherever they choose. There is no live attendance required. Once you log into your Coursera platform, you will see the courses you registered for on your dashboard, and you will notice that the coursework is broken down into weeks. Each week will have pre-recorded video lectures, quizzes, and interactive activities. Now, learners watch pre-recorded video lectures and complete quizzes and programming assignments. There is a final exam at the end of every module. So all coursework is self-paced except for midterms and final examinations. Learners can find deadlines in the course syllabus. Learners can find their exam timetables in the student portal itself. The university also provides learners with all the resources and study materials needed to complete the program successfully, including the essential reading for each module. Learners will access these resources through the virtual learning environment at Coursera. Students collaborate on group projects using Zoom and Slack. Well, Slack is a cloud-based instant messaging system wherein you can collaborate with your peer group to work on different assignments or projects, like mentioned. Now, you will also get access to several other resources like online tutors, wherein the online tutors hold live tutorial webinars and provide support and guidance throughout each study session. Secondly, you will have online student relationship managers who will guide you through your entire learning journey. Thirdly, you will have a student guide. This provides information which is common to all students and gives information about matters of information from the start of a student's relationship with the University of London through their graduation. Lastly, the online library. This provides a range of full text, multidisciplinary databases where journals, articles, ebooks, and reports can be found. Let's move on to the next slide and look at the program structure now. So let's look at the program structure. Let's start with the program length itself. Our course provides you the flexibility to determine your learning pace from anywhere between 2 to 5 years. As a self-paced online program, its flexibility allows you to vary your course load as per your convenience. We understand that our students have unique needs, and thus we provide the option to take a maximum of 2 new modules per term. This allows for a balanced approach to learning, ensuring content absorption without overloading you. The cohort starts in October 2024, for which the applications have already started. You will have 4 study sessions in a year of 10 weeks each, along with a final assessment for the module studied. So you can select the load of your choice during the program as per your convenience. Now let's move to the qualification we offer. Our program provides you the opportunity to earn 3 different awards. First, we offer the MSc, comprising the 10 core modules and a project tallying up to 180 credits. Secondly, for those who wish to continue their learning journey through, although in a less intensive format, our postgraduate diploma might be a suitable option. The qualification requires 1 core module and 7 optional modules, amounting to a total of 120 credits. Finally, our postgraduate certification could be an excellent choice for those wishing to gain a strong foundation in cybersecurity in a shorter time span. It includes 1 core module and 3 optional modules, earning a total of 60 credits. Now, let's speak about support. We know how important guidance is in the learning journey. As such, our tutor support is available through live webinars in different time slots to assist you to navigate through the course materials. We conduct both live and recorded sessions, meaning you can either interact in real time or catch up later as per your schedule. Access to live tutor support also ensures that any pressing doubts or questions you may have been have been will be addressed swiftly through your tutor supports. Furthermore, our live Q&A sessions aim to clarify your queries, enhance your learning, and make the study process highly interactive. In a sense, our cybersecurity program is a complete package. It offers comprehensive, adaptable learning process, a diversity of qualifications, and a robust tutor support that caters to the needs of every student. Now, let's look at what you'll be learning in the entire program. So let's move on to the next slide now. Yes. Here you can see the structure of our cybersecurity master's degree. We have included the 10 core modules and the project module and their main objectives for you. The University of London's MSc Cyber Security program is a comprehensive journey through the vast terrain of cybersecurity. With modules like Cybersecurity Foundation, it presents the fundamental concepts, challenges, and technologies and techniques used to achieve cybersecurity. Through security management and governance, students learn about the significance of effective management, risk-based approach, and the role of law, regulation, and humans in cybersecurity. The program deep dives into cybercrime and its mechanism and challenges, exploring role of encryption through applied cryptography. underlying technologies through network and infrastructure security, and securing computer systems in computer system security modules. In and application security module, it will help you investigate secure software development and vulnerabilities alongside the impact of human behavior on security in security and behavior change module. You would also learn about the critical aspect of information privacy. Research methods for cybersecurity will help you with all of the tools or uh, instruments required to be a cybersecurity professional after you've completed the degree. And lastly, a dedicated project to demonstrate your understanding in a chosen area of cybersecurity. Well, each module comes with hands-on sessions and real-world case studies, offering a blend of theoretical and practical learning. Now, let's look at the next slide. Awesome. As you can see, the indicative totals for this master's program is £9,913 to £13,225, depending upon your geographical location. The price is distributed among Band A and Band B countries. Please note the tuition is based on where you're living currently and not based on your nationality. To understand which band you fall under, Matt will now drop a link into the chat box for reference. For this program, if you wish to pay as you go, for Band A countries, the price per module is £826 for 15 credit modules. For Band B countries, the price per module is 1102 or £1,102 for 15 credit modules. Remember, the project module consists of 30 credits, hence you'll be paying twice that amount. So for Band A countries, it's going to be £1,653, and for Band B countries, it is going to be £2,205. Please note there is no application fee for this program. And to review the fee in further detail, Matthew will now drop the respective link into the chat box below. Learners can pay their fees via online, in-person, and offline modes, whichever is suitable for them. However, the University of London offers a number of scholarships and bursaries for students. The best way to go about this is for you to check the university's website to see if there's anything that you may be eligible for. Matthew will not now share a link for financial aid options in the chat box. Please note that generally you can apply for scholarships or bursaries only after you've been accepted into the program. So the first process in any due course is going to be your application. Now let's look at a different aspect of the program. Ideal student for the program. So this program actively seeks students who are motivated to step into pivotal roles in the cybersecurity domain. Perhaps you envision yourself as a business information security officer, a role responsible for protecting an organization's sensitive information from threats. Or maybe you see yourself as a security consultant impacting systems across various companies by offering cybersecurity advice. Some of you might be considering the role of a security specialist, an essential contributor to identifying security threats and mitigating the risks in an organization's system. In our program, our focus is not only on theoretical learning, but on enriching students with practical applied skills. Cybersecurity has a broad spectrum, making it essential to equip students with required practical knowledge for these professions as well. We aim to provide thorough training in the cybersecurity field that helps them to understand and resolve real world issues deftly and efficiently. While technical skills are crucial, up to date industry knowledge and the ability to meet the latest industry demands are equally essential. With the ever evolving landscape of cyberspace, our programs are curated to keep students updated with the newest trends and technologies, ensuring their qualifications stay competitive. To sum up, the ideal student for our program is someone drawn to impactful roles within the cybersecurity industry and is motivated to acquire practical skills and adapt to latest industry trends with enthusiasm and dedication. The members of the institution are dedicated to providing the necessary guidance and support to develop these aspiring professionals. So if you've ever seen yourself in these roles, if you have an insatiable curiosity about the field of cybersecurity, then we anticipate the pleasure of accompanying you on this educational journey. Moving on to the next slide now. So the most relevant question that we have come across, and we feel that this needs to be addressed, and we should all understand, why should we do this degree exactly? Right. So the online MSc in Cybersecurity program from University of London is an ideal choice for individuals aspiring to accelerate their career in expanding field of cybersecurity. This program significantly uplifts employability by yielding a qualification that is internationally recognized and esteemed. This comprehensive program is meticulously designed to impart extensive knowledge and deep understanding of international cybersecurity threats and defense mechanisms. The curriculum delves into a range of essential areas, including risk assessment, digital forensics, cryptography, network, and infrastructure security. By mastering these diverse set of universally applicable skills, participants are hence armed to deal with complex cybersecurity challenges in various contexts and settings. Furthermore, this dynamic program is in sync with the rapidly evolving global cybersecurity landscape, ensuring its industry relevance, comprising the latest cybersecurity trends, developments, and strategies. The curriculum equips students with all the necessary tools and techniques to stay ahead of the curve in this fast-paced industry. One of the key highlights of taking up this program is that it responds to the worldwide high demand for proficient cybersecurity professionals. Businesses and governments across the globe are grappling with a scarcity of skilled cybersecurity professionals who can safeguard their digital assets and counter cybersecurity threats effectively. As such, this program assists in fulfilling this global skill gap, thus opening up a plethora of opportunities for trained cybersecurity professionals across various sectors globally. Whether you're a fresh entrant or a seasoned professional in the tech world, this comprehensive program is significantly a valuable addition to your credentials, preparing you to thrive in numerous cybersecurity roles in today's digitized world. I hope that helps you answer that question very swiftly. And now we'll move on to the next phase of the webinar, which is the application process. So if we just move on to the next slide, you will be able to see how the application looks like on the University of London's page. Firstly, and especially for students who are looking forward to starting their application for the October 2024 intake, I'm pleased to inform you that the applications are already open. With this in mind, let's see what the application process looks like. When you're ready to begin, please visit the Coursera website and click on the blue Apply Now button. This will direct you to the University of London application link, similar to the one displayed on slide. And Matt will also share a link so that you can open the application right after this webinar. Secondly, as you can see in the slide, the first question you'll be asked when you start your application is whether you want to start your application through graduate or performance-based entry. If you satisfy the graduate entry requirements, go for it, for which the details will be discussed on the next slide. Otherwise, you can choose the performance-based route. The difference between them is that if you get accepted into performance-based admission, you will need to complete your first two sessions with one module each, with a weighted average of 40% or above before progressing onto the rest of the program. Now, the application itself is pretty straightforward. Please prepare all the documents to be discussed in a moment in advance. Then it should not take you more than 30 minutes to complete your application. Thirdly, please ensure to submit your application before the deadline on 9th of September 2024, upon which you will receive an email within 5 to 15 business days with either the university's decision or a request for further information. Therefore, we highly recommend regularly checking your email in the days following the submission. Now, if you have any questions or concerns regarding the application, feel free to reach out to our enrollment services team at any stage of your application process. We'll be sharing a link to book a meeting with our enrollment counselors towards the end of the webinar. To the right of the screen, you can also see the application checklist, which we will discuss in a few moments itself. Now, let's look at the next slide. On the slide, we will elaborate on the admission routes a bit more. As discussed earlier, there are two entry routes, the graduate or direct entry route or, and the performance-based route. So the graduate or direct entry route requires the learners to have a bachelor's degree with at least a second class when compared to a UK degree. That is, it requires you to have more than 2.6 GPA overall. However, on the event of learners not matching the set parameter for the direct entry route, the university provides everyone with opportunity to get into the program through performance-based route. Sorry. So if you have a bachelor's degree with at least a third class, when compared to a UK degree that is above 2.3 GPA, additionally with work experience, please go for the performance-based route. So you can have a look at the details of what is essentially required in both of the pathways, and you can go for the one that's best matches your profile. Sorry. Please note that the learners who get into the program through PBA route, you will need to complete or pass first two study sessions with one module each with a weighted average of 40% or above before progressing into the program. You will also provide a proof of English language proficiency. Here are a few exams that you can take that are approved by the University of London. Matt will also provide a link in the chat box now to look at more about the admission process for this program. Now, let's look at the next slide, please. Now, let's go back to the application checklist. To complete your application, you will need, firstly, a scanned copy of your personal identification. It can either be a copy of your passport, national ID, or even your birth certificate. A scanned copy of your official academic transcripts, along with their English translated copies, if necessary. They should be signed and stamped by an official translator. Thirdly, an evidence of English language proficiency if English is not your first language, as discussed on the last slide. A supporting statement describing why you want to take this program. This will be an opportunity to showcase to the University of London why you wish to study this program. Please give your reasons. You should include details about your education, work experience, and current responsibilities, which are relevant to the application. Also, if you would like your work experience to be considered as part of your application, you may upload your updated CV. Now, let's move on to the next slide. Well, apart from the academics and the application process, the one more concerning, or I would say one more sought after questions from the learners that we come across are the other opportunities in terms of career services provided by the university. So you will have access to a wide range of careers and employability support through the University of London. And the team is called the University of London's Career Services team, which will be in touch with you once you are on board the program. This support will include the following resources. Firstly, tools available in the virtual learning environment. The virtual learning environment has careers resource relevant to you, including a digital career toolbox featuring an AI-powered CV and cover letter checker, plus digital platforms to help improve your interviewing skills. The virtual learning environment also outlines how to display 10 core employability skills, which you can develop through your studies and wider experiences. Secondly, career micro modules. Through these virtual learning environment, you will have access to uh, some career modules, so you can enhance your employability at your own pace. Topics of the career micro modules include career planning and professional impact, among others. There would be live career webinars from the University of London's career team, which offers a program of live careers introduction or webinars to improve your job hunting and career management skills led by experienced careers consultants. If you miss a session, you will access to the on-demand, you will have access to the on-demand library of recordings. You can also participate in live group career coaching sessions where you can ask questions about your career plans. Fourthly, the expert panels. These panels provide valuable insights into various industries and sectors and feature speakers from around the world. Previous sessions have featured discussion on how to get into a range of different sectors and professionals and explored future trends in work and how you can navigate this. Lastly, the alumni network. The university offers different resources to expand your professional network and build relationships with current students and alumni from around the world, as well as keep up to date with events and labor market trends. Those include Global Career Call podcast and the University of London Career Services account on LinkedIn. Now, let's look at the next. So, finally, after you've completed the program and you have successfully completed all the 10 core modules and your project module, now you come to the receiving your degree part. After you successfully uh, received your completed your 180 credits and you have completed all your projects and some all of the submissions have been done throughout your 2 to 5 years time frame, you will receive a degree which is awarded by University of London under the academic direction of Royal Holloway. It will state that you've earned a master's degree, a Master of Science in Cyber Security. Now, before we get to the live Q&A section, to answer a common question, there is no indication on your degree certificate and official documents that it is completed online or through Coursera. So you'll receive a physical copy of your degree certificate in the mail along with your transcripts. Finally, you will also be invited to celebrate your success in London at the graduation ceremony with fellow graduates from across the world. Now, let's move on to the live Q&A session and let's look at the questions that we already have. I'll give you a few more seconds to put down any questions, any concerns that you have. And I understand that few of the learners might have started applications. So if you have any concerns or questions about the application, please feel free to put them on the Q&A box itself. Well, let's look at the first question that we have. When I enroll in one of the modules, do I have to wait for an examination window or can I complete the module earlier if finished with the curriculum? Well, simply put, you will be following semesters. So essentially, if even if you go for 2 modules per semester, which is the maximum module load on the program, you'll have to write the assessment examinations for each of these modules before you can progress onto the second semester or the next semester. I hope that answers your question. So you have to spend a minimum of 2 years on the program to receive your master's degree. Well, we do have a question here. Says, does the final project need to be presented or defended in front of the commission? Well, uh, the presentation of the final project will be shared, or the specifics of the final project, how that needs to be shared or presented to the commission would be shared with you from the university side while you're doing the program. But uh, it's a process wherein you will be actually investing 2 semesters. So since you'll be earning 30 credits out of it, so it's a lot of implementation of what you've acquired as a knowledge in cybersecurity domain throughout the 1.5 years of your study or the while you cover the 10 core modules as such. And uh, you will be doing this in collaboration or in while you're in touch with a faculty member from the University of London. So you will get more insights about how the final submission works from the university directly. Now, let's look at the next question. Well, yes. Again, we do have a question on final project. So, do I have to come up with my own research project, or will there be prepared themes to choose from? Well, works both ways. So, you can always go ahead and choose a project that you want to do as your research project and present it to the university. If gets approved, then you can actually work on that. But to give you a perspective, you will be given a prepared themes, like you mentioned, and you can choose from any of the topics which you feel are more industry relevant or are more specific to your interest in cybersecurity domain. Well, the next question is the number of students limited for October intake. So we have just started our application process. You might have seen the application link that Matt had shared earlier on the chat. Uh, we just started on 11th of June. We're just seeing students submitting their applications. So my only suggestion at this point would be, if you're interested in the October intake, to go through the application process as soon as possible, because the university will take about 5 to 15 days to review your application. So it's better to be prepared and not push this interest towards the deadline itself. Well, the next question, does the MSc diploma is accepted on other countries as well? Well, our understanding is that the degree is a complete master's or Master of Science degree from the University of London under the academic direction of Royal Holloway. You earn your 180 credits, so you can actually use this degree to pursue higher education. You just have to be aware of where you're applying to, because at times certain universities have some admission criterias, but to reassure you, the program or the degree that you receive does not indicate that you've done it online or through Coursera. So it comes in uh, as a degree which is directly offered by the University of London itself. Well, an interesting question again. Will practical knowledge be given on the program? So, like I mentioned earlier, you will have hands-on training on different tools that you'll be learning throughout the program on different module in particular. And to make your experience better, I think uh, so you will actually practice everything that you learn, all of the concepts that you learn, all of the theoretical knowledge that you gain throughout the module. You will be actually enhancing or honing your skills on cyber range. So you can actually make use of cyber range to understand if what you're studying is practically relevant or is applicable or not. And this gives you a better understanding about what exactly or which in which direction you should probably head with the program in order to become a successful cybersecurity professional. Well, we do have a very good question here. If not having UK degree but master's degree in professional degree in from band A country, then how to prepare documents and marks? Well, it stays the same. You just have to make sure that your marks in your bachelor's, if you're going for the graduate entry route. So there are two entry routes into the program. So whenever you start your application, you will come across graduate entry route and performance-based route. So if you're going for graduate entry route, you have to make sure that you have a bachelor's degree with at least 2.6 GPA, uh, which is compared or which is equivalent to a UK second class degree. And if you're going for performance based route, which means that you should have marks of at least 2.3 GPA and some work experience to showcase your interest into the program and also to make up for that gap in your score. But essentially, yes, it remains the same. The document that you need to prepare in relation to the transcript remains the same. You would have to provide English language proficiency document if you're not from a country where English is your first language. You would have to translate your transcripts if they are not in English. But other than that, everything remains the same. Let's look at a few more questions here. A very good question that I've come across is, if I choose graduate and my diplomas do not satisfy the application, will I be admitted on the performance-based line or declined? Very good question, because it's a very common confusion for a lot of learners as well. Because at times we do not understand, or we do not comprehend where if our marks align with what is required on the degree. So essentially, if you feel that you are not able to assess if you are suitable for graduate route or the performance based route, our recommendation would be to go for the graduate entry route. If you do not satisfy the graduate entry route requirements, the university will automatically shift your application to the performance based route, and it will not be declined. You will be asked about your, you will be requested for further information on your application before it gets declined. So, yeah. Well, I see a question on English language proficiency document as well. So, to put it in a context, there are several examinations that you can take, which includes IELTS, PTE, Duolingo, and further on the if you need more clarification on the criteria of each of these examinations, please get in touch with us and we'll help you understand each of these examinations individually so that you can go for the one which is best suited for you. Well, I see another question which says that I'm not a native English speaker, but my BSc was done in English from a UK university, and I have a letter from the uni stating that. Is that sufficient to satisfy the English language requirement? Well, again, my suggestion would be to go for, I mean, you can apply with the letter that you have from your university, stating that you're proficient in English. If any documentation is required from your side, the university will request for more information, definitely. But since you have a letter stating that you are proficient in English and you have a bachelor's degree from the UK, please go for the application. Please feel free to submit all of the documents that you feel are relevant to the application, and let the university decide and come back to you. Well, let's look at a few more questions. Again, a very good question that I've come across. Can the speaker please elaborate more on the capabilities or practicalities of stopping for a session, then starting back up on the next session? What are the fees involved? So, like I mentioned earlier, you pay as you go into the program. So, the minimum time that you spend on the program is 2 years, and the maximum being 5 years. There are 4 semesters or study sessions each year. Each study session is about 10 weeks long. Then you take your examination and you move on to your next semester. So the maximum number of modules you can do is 2 modules per study session, right? And you can also take breaks in between, or you can also go for part-time load, which is studying just 1 module per semester. Well, there is no cost involved in particular to take a semester break or doing the program part-time. You just have to keep in mind that there is, I mean, the indicative total states that there is a 5% increase year on year basis on the total cost, but uh, it is not implicable directly from the starting time. You do not have to elect for the entire program if you want to do it part time or not. So you can select your module load every semester. You can do 2 modules one semester, come back again, take it more comfortably with starting with just 1 module and finishing off, let's say, in 2.5 to 3 years time frame. Well, I see a very interesting learner profile here. I have a bachelor's of commerce degree from 1999, different vocation work experience of cybersecurity, work experience in cybersecurity for 24 years, six years of experience in UK itself. I think if you're interested in the program, this probably might be the best suited for you as well, because we do have learners from different I would say part of their careers right now. So there are working professionals on the program continually, cohort after cohort. So uh, gives you a good understanding about how the cybersecurity landscapes work at the current time, wherein everything is pretty much upgraded and updated from the time that we have started. So I feel if you're on the program, you will find it definitely very interesting and having a greater impact on your career moving forward. Uh, I do have a question related to the application again, which is what evidences are acceptable for providing or proving residency in a particular country. Well, you can provide any national identification proof. Like I mentioned, you can provide your passport, your birth certificate, anything at all. Well, let's look at a few more questions here. Well, the next question is, what does it say on the degree certificate? So your degree certificate will not indicate that you have studied online or through Coursera. It will state that you earned an MSc degree in cybersecurity from the University of London under the academic guidance of Royal Holloway. Let's look at a couple of more questions here. A great question again. What is the time commitment for the program? So students are expected to commit at least 12 to 15 hours of studying per week on the program per module. This can be self-paced but does not extend to exams or coursework. So it really depends on the learning pace of individual learners. So generally speaking, it depends or varies from 10 to 15 hours, depending upon learners' ability to cope up with the course or pace up on the program. Well, the last question is, when did this program begin? The program had its first intake with the University of London in 2022. The new intake will start in October 2024, for which the applications are open, like I stated earlier. So you're open to go ahead and start your application using the link that was shared on chat. Now, let's move on to the next slide. I see that it is about time now to end the session here. Apologies for the questions we were not able to answer in this webinar. Feel free to schedule a call with us here, like Matt has shared a link on the chat box with our calendar links. Please feel free to book a meeting with us, and we'll be happy to help you out. We'll send out the recording of this webinar to you in a follow-up email. Hope to speak with you soon. And for now, thank you for attending the webinar. And once again, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.